Hello friends, my name is Srinivas and I welcome you to my channel Coding Skills. As part of this video, we will learn how to fetch data from database using a simple JDBC programming. As part of this program, I have used statement object to read the data from database. So let's get into the details. So in order to start with the program, we need to have certain import statements. So java.sql.connection, java.sql.driver manager, java.sql.result set, java.sql exception, java.sql.statement object. All these are from SQL package, which are required to process the basic database operation. So these are the basic things which are required to connect to any particular database: URL, username, and password. And once we have all this information ready, we need to have the connection object created, and we'll have to load the driver class based on the database that you are referring to it. In my case, I'm using a Postgres and I'm using org.postgres driver. So, and once you have the class loaded, driver class loaded successfully, you need to establish a connection using a driver manage.get connection method. So that it is going to take URL, username, and password of the particular database. Once the connection is successfully created, you'll be seeing this particular message stating that the connection is established successfully to the given database. After seeing this message, that's where we need to perform all the actual operations like whatever we are trying to fetch. In this case, as I mentioned earlier, I have created a statement object. So statement st equal to connection.create statement. So then st.execute query, this is going to take a query, the SQL query. So this, after executing this particular query, it is going to return a result set. Hence, I'm holding the data in a particular variable, result set r is equal to st.execute query. If you observe this query, I'm trying to fetch student number, name, age from student table, and order by one ascending means I'm sorting the record based on the student number in an ascending order. So after executing this query, I'm declaring a variable record count equal to 0, and there is a while loop to process each record while rs.next. So for each and every record, this loop is going to repeat it until it identifies the end of record set. So for each and every record, it is going to print student number, name, age. All three fields are separated by tab character, and we are incrementing a record count with a +1. After completing the loop, we are just checking a condition. If record count equal to 0, that means there were no records fetched from the database. So we are printing an informative message from the user point of view. Once everything is done, so it is used a developer responsibility to make sure everything, all the resources that got created needs to be closed, which means the result set needs to be closed and the statement needs to be closed. And all these blocks, whatever the SQL operations, are enclosed within a try block. So the possible exceptions which might occur within this piece of code is SQL exception and class not found exception. So in either case, we are just printing a stack trace of the exception. However, if we want to have a specific behavior, we can code that particular behavior. Let's say you want to throw some validation or any kind of custom behavior based on your requirement. The finally is a block which is going to be executed in either of the cases, whether user entered into the try block or the catch block. The finally is a place where user can close the connection if it was open. So we are checking if the connection is not equal to null. Let's close the connection and also printing a message that connection got closed. So this connection dot close is also wrapped inside a try catch block because this will throw an SQL exception. So let's execute this particular program. See that it has printed 4 records. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the student number, and the next column is name, and third column is age. Let's see what exactly we do have in the database. I'm switching back to PostgreSQL. See that these are the 4 records which are there, and same records we have fetched from our Java program. So I'll try to modify some data in the existing table. I have modified name of one of the record, and also I'm trying to create one new record. After that, I'm trying to save. Once the record saved, go back to your Java program. Do not need to perform anything. Let's rerun. We should see the changes. See that first record we have updated the name, and also there was a new record inserted. So it is automatically picking the changes required available in the database at the moment. So let's validate one more scenario. Let's validate this particular scenario. Right now, we are trying to pull all the records from the table, right? Let's apply a condition here where student number greater than 5. So in our case, student number is only 5, up to 5 is there. So I have applied a condition greater than 5. So what is the expected behavior here? We should not get any records. If we don't get any records, obviously we should see this particular message. Let's run and see. See, there are no records found in a student table for the given query. So because the query has a specific query condition, based on this condition, all the records got filtered and we don't see any data, which is expected in the current scenario.